Hi, my name is Tomer and I'm the founder of Dremio. Every company wants to democratize data, but the complexity of traditional data infrastructure, whether on-premise or in the cloud, makes that impossible. It's great that we have systems like S3 and Azure Storage that make it really easy and inexpensive to centralize our data. But then our data teams have no choice but to continuously copy the data into expensive data warehouses. And then on top of that, create hundreds and even thousands of derived copies and aggregations in the data warehouse. And then in addition to that, they're often having to create cubes and BI extracts just to accelerate queries. All this complexity makes self-service impossible. It also makes data security and governance impossible, and really makes it not feasible to democratize data. So with Dremio, we simplify your data infrastructure, and the way we do that is we make the cloud data lake work for all your workloads. Not just your simple ad hoc queries, but even the most mission-critical workloads, such as BI dashboards. So let's take a quick look. All right, so this is Dremio's user interface, and I'm connected to Cloud Data Lake Storage. What I want to show you is how quickly and easily we can query over 1 billion records in S3. So let's get started. We have this data set here of New York City taxi trips, like I said, over 1 billion records. And I'm going to click on the Tableau button, which will bring up Tableau with a live connection to Dremio. So let's drag the count here and create our first live query against Dremio. So now we calculated a count of over 1 billion records, and let's drag the pickup time here and do an aggregation by year. So you can see number of trips by year, and I can change that to be by week, and I can look at other measures like the trip distance in miles and change that to an average. All of these queries are live queries on S3, and they're happening in less than a second. And that's what most users, of course, can't believe. I can also leverage Dremio's semantic layer to centralize business logic and security for users of different tools and different groups within the company. So for example, let's create the trip distance in kilometers by multiplying by 1.6 and creating a new calculated field called trip distance km. This new virtual data set, it's not a copy. I'm going to save that in the demo space and call that trips km. Okay, so now demo.tripskm is a new data set, a new virtual data set in the system. And if I go here to the data source tab, I can choose the demo space, and in that you can see we have this new data set called trips.km. So let's use that one instead. And now you can see here at the bottom that we have, in addition to the miles, we have the trip distance in kilometers, and I can get the exact same performance as I'm working with that data set, even though it's a new virtual data set. So of course what I showed you here is Tableau on S3, but this works with any BI tool, including Power BI, and it also works with any cloud, including Azure. Thank you.